We've got a Phantom Lancer who, in my opinion, Fog, is one of the most buffed heroes that is currently strong in this meta. I'm not sure if you agree with that.
I'm mixed. I always like a PL, and it's an Ana PL, so let's give it like 10 more points than usual.
I believe now with the cooldown on his Spirit Lance and whatnot, I think you can have like I think it was like a maximum of 280% hero damage or something like that now. It's absolutely insane. There'll be a lot of damage coming out.
We'll see if he does. I mean, if he does go for it, I think he probably will. It does appear to be really strong. And hey, you know, we got caught, right? First, they're putting a hit from one team first. OG takes it away, and they're bringing it back to them. Maybe show them how it's done. This is exciting, and we do get to see the Centaur again. I mentioned it in the earlier series this morning. Big fan of this hero right now. A lot of these old offlaners that were kind of just completely gone out of the meta are starting to come back. In particular, it's the Stampede. It's 90 seconds at all levels. It's unbelievably strong now. They've buffed literally every single one of them. It does feel pretty good, and it gives them an extra form to actually be able to do stuff and force action. As with Thompson playing Pugna, it might be a little bit harder for them to actually get like lockdown because they do lack that from the mid laner. This will provide that, and yeah, we'll see what Thompson is able to do as Pugna. As this is, you know, he is an absolute specialist, and this is one of his most played.
30 seconds to buff.
Will definitely be a treat here, but Saksa has attracted a little bit more attention than I think he'd really like here. Production will buy him a little bit more time, but it still looks like he is going to be the first blood as Skylark will swing that mighty sword. Get a nice root off here as well, coming out from Spartan. Seb forced to run away, but again, he is fairly tanky, so he's going to be able to just walk out of that jungle. But they all took a lot of damage there, Fogged.
Yeah, they did. They were able to find the ward immediately, too. That's the thing, is like they found Saksa, so they know that there's a ward on the high ground. They were able to take that one away. However, it does look like OG's going to get themselves 3 of those bounty runes. Dominant only able to grab the 1. And now did anyone skill anything completely terrible? No, right?
I don't think so.
Normal abilities, okay.
Yeah.
Nothing breaking. Okay, good. I saw Ano, he's holding the skill point just in case. Thompson, yeah, everyone else just skill cording. They acid sprays and whatnot.
So nothing too crazy lost there. Of course, you know, that regen was a little bit of an issue because they were forced to use quite a bit of it, especially over on the side of OG. But, you know, it's the start of the game. Everything's fine. I will say, though, for those of you who are not familiar with Stolmanen, this Shadow Shaman, he plays a lot of it. And we talk about how aggressive he's been with that Earth Spirit. He's still very aggressive with his Shaman as well. And luckily, his team has that synergy. Well, they will back him up, but definitely not as playmaking as the Earth Spirit, for sure.
Yeah,
careful with that courier.
No tell. Will he get it?
Yes.
Speedy, 325.
He will. He's on a horse, Spog. He's got it.
He is. Well, there's some slow horse heroes. I don't know. Actually, are there any slow horse? I don't think there are. Good call, actually. Horse heroes are fast.
Yeah. Yep.
Used to not always be.
It makes sense, you know? Logic in my game of magic and... But they are duking it out over here. They have to be a little bit careful. Summonin, of course, does hit very hard, but No Tail, of course, does have ways of protecting himself and getting a better advantage here.
No Tail's happy as long as he's hitting him instead of hitting the creeps, right? Because then Ana can maybe try to get last hits because of that massive base damage that that Shadow Shaman does have. We still see... I'll say Humble God. You know what? I'll give it to everybody. I'll say Humble God. He's struggling still. He can't actually get many last hits down here versus this Shadow Shaman and Doom. He's at only 1 right now.
God, Humble God sounds so anime. I'm sorry.
I know. I can't. I don't think I can say it honestly.
I can hear it in the Japanese like anime voice.
I've known Nana too long too. I don't know.
Well, it's like when No Tail tried to rebrand. Remember, he wanted to be Big Daddy, and then he became Big Daddy No Tail, and then he just gave up, and he's back to No Tail.
I think most rebrands just don't work. Like even like what Eurus, everyone just calls it Ferrazzi. You know, it's make it sit. As we're seeing mid, Thompson doing very well in this matchup. It's quite a Pugna favored one. You sure you have some place to dodge some damage with your flick guards and your slights, but you're just getting poked, and your tower is getting harassed too. And as we said, Thompson comfortable with all matchups. All matchups pretty much.
It's definitely the situation we saw in the last game too, when Thompson was on the Ricky and you had it just changed up with Wish, of course, playing that Pugna. So it's going to be a bit difficult, but there are plenty of ways for this Ember to try to get themselves back into the game more comfortably. But of course, that is going to come at the cost, most likely, of a tower, because Pugna does push so quickly. No tail.
It's gonna be Top's gonna be huge on this mid lane. Has no tail.
He's dead.
We'll die. Topson's even contesting the small camp, so being an absolute nuisance. Poor Wish.
Handsome devil, aren't I?
Interested to see just, you know, the pressure that Topson is going to be able to put down early on here. It is a little bit faster of a lineup than last time around. And you know that they want to put a lot of pressure onto this Alchemist, but they get a kick back over here onto Spartan. They'll get the stomp and is forced out that Fairy Fire, but down goes the Oracle.
Very nicely done. Sep, although he's not getting the most last Sep here, gets himself the kill. He's gone for this naked build into a Ring of Health, so he'll have extra sustain. Probably still going Vanguard. I think this is like a new thing because it got buffed. It just feels good. Hero like the Centaur anyway. We'll see Topson level 5. They're gonna double TP to mid to cure the rune. Both supports here trying to help out Wish.
Well, I think they want to hinder Topson as much as possible.
Yeah.
That's my guess here. So Spartan.
Spartan though.
He is
pay for it.
Yeah, he's the unlucky one. He picked the wrong side. He's trying to get Roshan to pay attention to him, but just a little bit too late there.
I like that though. He nukes the Roche thing. He's like, come here. Come get it.
Notice me, senpai.
Yeah.
Sorry, too many anime references. Did you know that Dota has an anime, by the way, Fog? Let's chill out completely here.
And he's right. Bottom, Doxa taking another move.
Dominant trying to find this opening. Does have the Fairy Fire, though, and they've got the Aphotic Shield over here on humblegod. They're looking, they're hunting. Can they find him? It looks like they'll turn back around. They need to be careful, though. Anna can't afford to go down here. Dominant does get taken down by humblegod. Roll forward, though, again, coming out from Saksa. It's pretty difficult to get a kill on a Doom here, but they do manage to find a kill on the Courier. Did he die to Tau?
The range creep.
Oh, okay.
I think that one single range creep that's right next to Skylark right there just took out on his Courier.
That feels bad.
Okay, that would actually killed it. Maybe listen, I don't even know.
There's a lot going on during that.
He got his item delivered. He got the Band of Elven skin delivered in the meantime, so now he's gonna keep his farm going, and now they can't actually pressure down bottom too much. Doom and the Shadow Shaman, they're gonna have to just go elsewhere. Like Skylark's gonna have to start doing this regulation, and we're gonna have to see where Stominen wants to go. Because I don't think you can actually bully the PL whatsoever now. You gotta just be able to farm, and you're just gonna give up kills if you come down here.
Well, they brought Stominen back down for now. Managed to go get the kill on the Courier. I feel like it's very dangerous, though, to just leave humblegod all alone, like, and let him just get free farm.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think maybe it might be time. I'm wondering if maybe Wish should make the move down here soon, because like it really does feel like he's just going to be able to fully sustain with this Abaddon and behind him with the Doom, like versus the Doom. Doom's damage is slow. The Scorched Earth, until he has actual Doom online, he's not really a threat at all.
Maybe
they just have to keep themselves parked down here, but I think it's just risky. I think Saksa, he can a lot of plays.
I mean, if you leave the mid lane, then you run into the issue of just your tower going down. Focus does have to be careful. They got an Urn Charge on him. Does have Spartan nearby, but they are starting to get extremely aggressive. Seb going on in, runs in. He's going to be able to go get the kill onto Spartan. But are they going to be able to get anything else here? That is the question. They would love to get their hands onto Focus. Bottom lane, though, there's the Shackles coming out over onto Ana. Not quite enough damage, though. Just going to try to poke at him a bit.
Can't quite go for more, but Stampede's low cooldown, as we know now, 90 seconds. So first usage of it, very nice. They even almost get some good damage on the bottom, too. I actually saw Skylark drop low. And we're talking about. So I'm just not sure how they want to distribute their resources. Because as you said, yeah, you don't want to leave mid either. It's just. It seems tough for Brame now for these next few months, but you know what? They're happy because at least their Alchemist is farming, but you have to just feel a little worried because all three cores are starting to get this big farm on OG. So you have to start making some moves around the map to at least slow down somebody.
I just feel like they're going to keep continuing to poke at Alchemist as well. And yes, he's getting the farm currently, but it's just so easy for them when they have like an Earth Spirit, when you've got Topson who can just start taking down towers, starting to really, you know, open up the map more towards OG. Starts to get very claustrophobic for the side of Brame.
Yeah, at least now Skylark, he's got the 6. So he's got Doom online, so now he can actually stay down here. But yeah, Stominen sitting around mid, trying to protect Wish. Saksa, Topson, both ready.
Radiant's bottom tower
Rune's coming out in about 15 seconds.
Some movement here. You can see Soxa getting to position. They'll use the Decrepify, the slow. Life drain. He's just going to slide himself away. Just need to be careful of Summoners here. Nice silence, though. We'll keep it from using the shackles immediately. Remnants forward here from Wish.
Rune's bot.
Spartan trying to hold on to it long enough here. He is forced to pick it up, though, so No-Tail cannot grab it. Go root him into place. Mission Snowman is there a bit slow, but, you know, here comes Skylark. He's a fast boy. He's going to be able to body block, so they'll find themselves a kill.
Very nice. And, wow, no hesitation from Skylar. He actually TPs to the bottom tower just from right, pretty close. He just doesn't want to miss. It looks like a double creep. Would have a TP available to go help out the lanes. And immediately we actually see Ana, the one who makes the rotation to the top. And Seb, he's just contesting jungle. Don't let Seb target the jungle camps at all.
That is a big problem. They need to help focus out here and make sure that he can get his farm on.
Every time, too. Oh,
Stop.
Yeah, there.
Oh, it's going to be the Hex, though. They'll follow up. All right, not going to be able to run away from this one this time around. Followed up with a nice root into place, but they just don't really have that much damage just yet. And they're all out of ways to cancel it. Oh, never mind. In comes Wishes, gets those searing chains off, throw out the Hex. It's taken a lot to kill Seb, but they eventually find it. And Skylark was sitting very, very low down here himself. Needs to be careful. Roll forward coming out from Soxa. Not going to be able to quite connect. It was close.
And that's a Doom. That was a Doom used on Thompson for Skylark to kind of just get away from there.
I thought you were going to say...
Their stack. Huh?
I thought you were going to say that was a Doom for what? Nah.
Doom to survive. When he lives, and if he died, then it's a Doom for what?
Do have some more stacks coming out, though, over here on the side of Brame, so they need to protect them, though. That's going to be very important that the Alchemist is able to actually get them and that they're not contested here. But Snowman, I'm following up with the Hex immediately. Gets a nice silence off from Soxa, but the body block's coming out from Skylark. Will make sure that he's not able to roll on out. Snowman looking for an angle here. He's just burning to death, and they don't even need those shackles as down he goes. But now, of course, we're seeing some pressure being placed over here on this mid lane. You have a Pug that makes things difficult, and Focus is trying his best here, but No-Tail's been a thorn in his side, as has Seb. One more hit, down goes that middle tower.
Time to take buildings. Centaur shows up with the Pugna, PL shows up top. Both these towers gonna go down. Now the jungle is here. Just has to be quite careful as Thompson, he's on top of him. The slow from Stampede.
They are, and he's just not gonna be able to run away fast enough. The body blocks are coming out from No-Tail, though he does sit very low. Spartan is nearby. He's gonna be able to save him a little bit longer. Decrepify coming out. Now this is not looking good here for this Ember Spirit, who does have a remnant up. He comes back up again. Was a bit close for comfort. Roll forward, coming out for Soxa. To be able to give a kick off to step in maybe the wrong direction there, just a little bit. Spartan does go down. As for the OG heroes, make their way to the jungle.
Left side. OG has fully claimed it with all these heroes. Now they have to make sure they keep this right side, because that's where the majority of those big stacks really are. Focus, he's starting to work on them, but OG, they know. If they want to run up here and invade, Sam's still not making the way over when he's the big tanky one. They do need him to walk onto that high ground. Soxa's going to go in for the set.
Got vision now. It's not looking good for Stomanen as he is going to get life drained. Skylark chasing after Thompson here. A little bit of a heal tossed out by No-Tail. Seb, again, big tanky boy, gets the stomp off. Look at this life drain. The roll-in coming out from Soxa. And one more hit should do the trick. Down goes Skylark.
I just realized Seb got the dream. Not only does he have the Vanguard, but he got the chip vest too.
Oh yeah.
Got the max retaliate, so he can just walk behind these creeps. And look at how much damage it actually does. Like, he takes 0 damage for this. They're applying pressure all over, and PL is getting all
Spartan. Spartan. What are you doing?
Oh, Spartan.
Oh, Spartan. Life drain, but doesn't manage to go. Throw out that W, and they're on the hunt now for Thompson, it looks like. They've got the remnants coming forward. There's an Alchemist nearby. They're into place. They'll be able to go use that Stampede, so that little Skellyman, who was already very fast, is going to be even faster, and he takes them with a lovely tip. And they take the stack. Oh, no!
The chip vest, the retaliate. Oh. Again, there. Low cooldown. If this was the old Centaur, these Stampedes would not be coming out as frequent. Stampede saves Thompson, and now they're able to walk away while also taking.
That feels so bad if you're a Brame fan, but if you're OG, you're giggling the entire time as you take those.
Yeah, as we always say, an Alchemist game is an Alchemist game. Alchemist is only 700 net worth, 600 net worth above Continentally, not even 1,400 above a PL who now has Diffusal. So PL is going to get involved with this team now, and Alchemist still needs time. Doesn't even have Radiance yet.
Yeah, you know.
So yet, like it's 12 minutes in, like it's late or something. But it's an Alchemist, so.
It is. It's definitely one of those situations where you want your Alch to be ahead, but you want him to be ahead a lot further than this as well. Anna continues to just be elusive, move around the map, get his farm on. It seems like he's having a great time. Focus is working hard for that money.
Regeneration.
Dire are scanning.
Fusel's online.
Look at this
Time for
pincering.
Anna to start joining into the fray.
Be careful here. Soxa and No Tail both revealing themselves. No Tail's absolutely fine. Roll in, coming out from Soxa. A little bit off the mark, though. They need to be careful. dota2 coming in hot. They'll follow up with the mass TPs. They're trying to just take out someone. They're not going to be able to. The Doom comes out from Skylar. So it looks like Topson's not going to be a part of this now. It's going to be Soxa who gets taken down. SSA Spartan is also dead. Ana, he's left all alone here. He's going to need some help from the rest of his team, but they just don't have the lockdown. No Tail following up here is going to be able to go heal him back into place. Seb being held as well as he gets a nice stomp up over onto 2. Life Drain comes out over onto the Alchemist. They still, Ana still alive, and Kiki just chases down after Focus. Down he goes, Thompson getting the final hit off. What looked like it was going to be a dangerous place here for the humble god proves to be just a piece of cake when he's got the rest of his team there to support him.
Oh my. And he just cleans up all of his Serpent Wards. And I mean, it's just gone from an Alchemist game to a PL game really quickly as he's just taken over. Seb even finding the connect on Skylar. Skylar will get away.
Did you watch Seb? He just goes, hits some of the creeps, is like, Skylar, the rest of the team's gonna come clean you up, probably. Hex coming out, though, over on the side, but now Stallman, he is just completely isolated from the rest of his team. As humblegod going pretty deep here, was chasing after Spartan and Skylar. Looks like we are going to lose the Shadow Shaman, which trying his best to help out, but the roll forward coming out from Soxa, plus that blast, will be able to take down the Shaman, and they'll find themselves another pick-off here. Soxa going perhaps just a bit too far, as the rest of OG sitting up over on this cliff face, waiting for them to get too greedy, waiting for them to jump onto Ana, but it looks like they're playing a little safe here now.
The way that they're just running it, it looks just like OG, you know, just like the way that they like to play it, just making this chaos happen around the enemy triangle into an Alchemist trap. They're just running away with it, even though, you know, it's only 2k lead, but you're playing into
Dire's bottom
it's
tower
that
is
much
under attack.
more effective.
Dire's bottom tower
just another display by OG this game where the constant battling, and the downtime that Brame has to take. The Chemical Rage is gone and Doom is down. It's like, how do you fight? Well, OG, I feel like they don't have to rely on anything. Stampede Fields gets always up. Pugna has no cooldowns. PL has no cooldowns. They can just always keep running at him. Just keep the battle coming, and then Alchemist can't actually get his good farm that he'd like to.
It's such controlled chaos, though. Like, that's just the interesting thing about that. You know, you watch No Tail run in, immediately pop the ult, the roll coming through as well. He looks like he's trapped in the corner, and I know Brame, they're like, oh, we're gonna get him, you know, they're running after them, they want this. But just No Tail in a good position, throwing out heals. Just all the pieces really just came together. Seb had a great double stomp.
Yeah. It really is just buddy system.
Focus.
Healing coming out as Focus.
Oh,
he's Chemical Rage, but he's completely locked.
I mean, he's got Spartan. Spartan keep going throughout that false promise at the very least, keep him alive, but they do manage to pick up over onto Topson, so that's looking pretty good. Spartan now, it looks like he is going to get taken down, but you know what? He hit his R button, he kept Focus alive, and that is what a good Oracle should do. But unfortunately, this is looking a little scary now here for Wish because he doesn't have anyone to keep him alive. The follow-up, though, with the Serpent Wards, get a nice slide off, being able to hold his place over onto Seb. Wish now forced away Skylark. He's big and tanky, but doesn't have any mana left. There's going to be a roll forward coming out for Soxa. Focus, chasing after Soxa. They're looking for an opening, but in comes Ana over onto the back line. He's a little bit too far for a beautiful stop, though, coming out from Seb over on the side as Ana runs away. He's going to be protected. They'll end up losing Soxa. They end up losing now to Seb running, just galloping away, but they're just going to keep chasing after this pony, and one more hit. Focus will happily take that kill.
Okay, they pushed the limits a little bit. They just kept going and going and going. Everyone's running out of mana, running out of humps. They'll continue to go. Now the Radiance, it's starting to, that one is starting to hurt. Radiance takes, plus this leave the Scorched Earth AoE damage. They're starting to tick him a bit low. And they did lose Topson, as you said, early on. And a very different item build, too, from Topson. I saw him building it straight Octarine. So since he just builds in from the Aether Lens, and Aether Lens is just such a core item on him, he wanted to just go for the full finish.
Well, game is still very young here. We're only at 17 minutes, despite the fact we have seen quite a lot of fighting. Maybe it'll end up paying off.
Maybe. I haven't seen a rush Doctorine. He probably feel like he's got such a comfy game.
Why not? Why
It's
not?
very Thompson, right? So just go for an item, you know?
Thompson is, of course, right underneath a ward here.
Dire's
The
middle
ward
tower
off the
is
jump
under
forward here from Sep, but immediately
School.
the Delta split. Focus is still in the vicinity, though. He needs to be a little bit careful because the rest of OG, they're on their way. Might be a little bit too greedy. I get it. You want to fight them for this, but I don't think this was the play here. Alchemist. Life Drain comes out. Good save here from Spartan. We'll keep focus alive just a little bit longer. So Spartan, again, he is going to be the one who gets jumped on. Down he goes. Couple slides. Focus still alive and kicking. No mana to speak of. Rest of OG looking very healthy.
They just force the issue so hard. Like, they know he's going to go back in there. They just know. They're like, all right, whatever. He's going to get false promise. Who cares? Force it. Just go. Force this. You know, we're making space on him. Goes right back on him. Continues farming. We're applying so much pressure. We're never giving them this, like, this looming downtime where it's like, oh my god, Alchemist, he's getting too big. Oh no. Like, look immediately. They just run into the enemy jungle again with 3-4 heroes. Just continue applying this pressure. Brame, they have to poke him out of here. They have to get the rats out of their house.
And they're struggling to do it, that's for sure.
Yep. Do have Skylark with BKB now, though, so he's a lot stronger now, especially into OG's draft, they're all kind of magical. Even like the PL, sure, you're a physical component, but you're about the diffusal and about the burden. This will be pretty helpful for them to actually initiate
Dire's
the
top
fight.
tower is under attack.
Like things have calmed down just a tiny bit. Get a bit of a breather here from all the fighting that's been going on. But it does definitely feel like Ana has just been allowed to kind of play his own game. And it almost feels
Dire's
like, too, you know, he
bottom tower is under
doesn't feel
attack.
pressured to be a part of these fights. He shows up sometimes. They keep him alive. It feels like he's the golden goose in a sense right now. Just making sure that he's happy and healthy and we're making space.
It's an excellent PL game, right? The only thing he really has to worry about is getting doomed, which that should never really happen as a PL, and just the Ember Spirit getting too big and just being able to clear up your illusions throughout the majority of the game. Everything else, it looks great for PL. Like Shadow Shaman and Oracle, they do much nothing. You're gonna just walk right through these two, clean up wards. Same thing even with like the Alchemist. It can be tough. I'll take some more time before he wants to be able to deal with PL, but then PL's fine.
Yeah,
You need to just be much more ahead as an Alchemist. You wanted to be able to deal with that PL. He just isn't.
I mean, we talk about the Alchemist as being kind of like an aha pick, but I mean, there's not, once you pick those supports up fairly early, you don't have a good way to deal with the spam plans. I mean, a lot of people right now are saying the Dazzle shard, right? With the fact that you can hex the poison touch to multiple targets. It'd be pretty nice, but like, maybe they'll find themselves a pick off. To get the root off, but they're right near a tower. I don't know about this, Brame. I like the chutzpah on you guys, but yeah, Wish finds a kill on Thompson over on the back lines. Look, they'll be able to clean up over onto Socks, and now No Tail running for his life. Skylark is here, manages to go, getting one of these nice hits, tries to body block a bit, waiting for Wish to just catch up here. They need maybe a nuke here from Spartan, but not going to be able to quite get that final couple hits of damage.
Good. Catch Thompson just walking, and maybe even TPing into the midst of the fray, and they just take him out instantly. Seven, he tanks through it all, but get the big target.
A bit surprising. Again, I was worried. Like going right underneath the tower like that, I figured that they would end up paying for just being maybe a little bit too greedy. But again, check this out. Other side of the map, Ana continues to farm.
Dire's top tower is under
I guess that's why
attack.
they just chose not to. He's getting enough, and it just was an awkward place. Yeah, it definitely looked weird with the two supports starting on the center. Ends up working out pretty decently.
There's the
And
shark.
Alchemist still good in farm, but
Top tower
yeah, he's
is
just
under attack.
that's not what you want to see him. 100 gold with PL is right, sticking right on his track. They want to be much more ahead in this game.
Be interesting to see.
The shard set from the PL.
It'll be very interesting to see now, with the fact that Stominen has this Blink Dagger, if they're going to be able to get better engagements. Coming out over on the courier, I believe. Again, we talked about this. He loves playing Shadow Shaman. This guy is very, very aggressive. It's fun to watch, but the way that OG has been moving just as 5, it's very difficult.
it doesn't feel like the blink's gonna have too much of effect into what he's playing. It's nothing that he really just is like, wow, I got this hero. You know, there's so many different ways that OG can bail each other out. The shields, the stampedes, just even stunning or silencing the Shadow Shaman who's getting the lockdown. Yeah, it does feel like it's gonna be tough for Stomnim to have a big impact with this.
Skylark will ping out. I believe that broke the smoke on No Tail.
Handsome devil, aren't I?
Himself on this high ground. Skylark, he has the blink too, so blink and BKB. He's got this good initiation for his team for the follow-up, so he can remove some heroes.
Otherwise, it's pretty quiet again.
Yeah, slowed down a decent amount. I've seen Savage switch his build like 11 minutes. He is now queued up here, so Hag also got buffed. Duration by 1.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Strong.
God, they still had the middle tower up. Goodness. Different words get used. Thompson gonna try to force the creep wave off. The jump forward, the blink over onto Skylark, roll over onto the back lines with the silence. Look at this magnetized damage coming out, plus the life drain. Spartan's gonna go down first. There's gonna be no saves for you here. And that BKB over on Skylark looks really pretty, but it hasn't been able to do a whole heck of a lot. Though they'll jump back, they'll get the hold off over here onto Skylark, and a nice stomp down goes Saksa. And the follow-up, Seth's gonna be able to walk away, but they've got so much damage. This is not looking great here for the Alchemist, as he's gonna try to waddle on out. He needs some help from the rest of his team, and he doesn't have it. He doesn't have Spartan there to keep him alive. Another slide coming out, just trying to discourage them from going too hard here, but a nice engagement here coming out from OG.
Oh, and surprising to see that Brame actually sets himself up for this mid tower. They actually showed everybody. I mean, I think we'll probably see that in a quick replay if we do have it. They showed all of their heroes. So Saksa just had litter. He gets exactly which target he goes on. Connects Oracle, gets a full magnetize on everyone. And Centaur, 7. Nice little connection, and then Ana just freaks out. Boom was used on Thompson, but there was no way that he was going to use it for anyone to actually get on him. They just resets the fight, and now it's gonna be an Aegis. They're trying to slow it down, but can't quite fight into it.
I mean, how do you even get in there? How do you make things happen? Scramify again. Spartan's standing nearby. And they have the ward down. This rush, Skylark, though, jumping on in the middle. Are they going to be able to do it? Radiant still goes down. And then that's going to be humblegod grabbing up that Aegis. Stomp forward, coming after Spartan. Down he goes. The rest of the side of Team Brave just running away. The roll forward, they'll get the heads off. Focus, running, wants to get back into his base as fast as possible, wants nothing to do with the rest of this fight. Does end up stunning himself, but he's safely into the base. But you know who's not is going to be, of course, Stolmanen. And they're going a bit deep here. Trying to just get this kill onto Focus as Ana, Seb, all of them. They're just running in. Focus, is he going to make it out alive? Yes, they managed to go and keep him in, but it's not looking great here for Spartan. He's trying to run. Wish is going to go down, though, as Spartan manages to get himself back. And oh my god, Ana, he wanted the fountain dive, and he's still alive. Down goes. Finally, Ana. It is the Aegis, of course, coming right back up again. But my goodness, have mercy, OG. As now Skylark's got those ticks off. They do finally manage to get Seb, but now humblegod, they're trying everything. They want to get him out of here, and they do finally manage to slay humblegod. But that was a pretty big dive coming out from him there.
What? It forced 3 buybacks somehow. Like, it's a little clowny, but all right.
A little?
A little clowny diving all the way into the fountain to try to get this Alchemist. Hey, some of the kills are value to dive, but once he goes into the fountain, it's no longer. As OG is having fun here too. Feeling probably pretty confident because Alchemist has been so broken, and you know when you're in these type of games, when Alchemist, you click on him, 26 minutes, you look at that inventory, you're feeling real good if you're on side OG. He's not 6-slotted, he's not even close to it, in fact. So, yeah, they're still feeling very confident in themselves.
Gotta look at Ana's face during all of this, because I don't get to watch this when I'm casting play-by-play, right? I don't get to look at, and it's the face of a stone cold killer right there. It's just like, it's fine. All right, maybe when,
Ana never makes any reaction, right? It's just like, oh no, I died. Man, a few words.
To my house.
And much talent for sure. There we go. There's the smile at the end. I want to know he's having fun, right? You know, we've taken him away from Maple Story to make him play Dota. I want to know he's at least having a good time.
Stomnim actually drops the Serpent Ward to try to backthrow the mid tower, but he's pretty close there. It actually does next to nothing. Now we're still alive, 120 HP. Now they won't have that in the next moments. Lots of neutral items dropping down here.
This is indeed raining
Radiant's
neutral
middle tower
items.
has been denied. Dire are
What does Wish
scanning.
have? So Wish now has his BKB, he's got his Maelstrom jump, he'll be able to pick up the Orb of Destruction.
Dire's
Decently
middle
strong
tower is under
versus that
attack.
PL in a way, but still missing. He probably wants to have the Mjolnir. He needs to be able to clear out the illusions a little bit better.
has fallen.
And OG, they're not giving that time. Arcane Rune, Octarine, Kaya Singe. Thompson's just gonna knock down this tower and go.
He is having a good time, that's for sure.
My god, look at this damage. 2.2
I mean-
seconds. They gotta slow it down.
Oh, the jump forward, they get the... Oh, but the Lotus
Lotus.
comes right back at him!
Saksa. I'm surprised he even has a Lotus. It's so early. Oh, okay. Yes.
Dire's
He has
top
such a quick
tower
Lotus
is
orb. I
under
don't think they
attack. Top
expected
tower
that at all.
has
And
fallen.
now, no Doom, and he also had a Kaya Sage, so you know that nice little status resist will make the Doom disappear even faster. And now they go.
Dire's
that feels-
top
And now
tower
no
is
Doom,
under attack.
no Serpent Wards. Fight's not gonna be easy.
Spartan has to be so careful with his positioning here. He's going to be so necessary to try to keep focus. Or Wish alive. Like, who do you prioritize here? Down forward, though, here from Stomina Man. Just going to get the Hex off. Another Lotus coming out. Silence and the Disarm. Over here onto the Alchemist. Life Drain, but still regenerating very quickly. As there is no mana left for this guy at all. Disarm again.
Yeah, they have to be quite cautious, especially on Skylar. A couple pokes on him and he's like out of mana. Luciana just always setting those illusions in on anybody he sees to just trickle away that mana. They will
Dire's
commit
top
onto this melee
barracks
Rex.
are under attack.
All right, jump forward again, trying to just put some damage over onto humblegod. But look at him, he's just getting sliced away. Forces the BKB out over here onto the Doom, which is very far in. Whereas the rest of his team, he might have gone up just a little bit too far, but it looks like with that BKB up and running, he's allowed to walk away. But that's not how you want to use that BKB, because Steffi just jumps right on in. They'll slice him into ribbons. Down goes Wish. He has no buyback. Spartan is not going to make it out alive either. Both of them down.
Damn.
And those, are we fountain diving? Are we doing this? Are we doing this, Anna? He's going right on in. He wants to go and just murder everyone. Stomina, he manages to go hold him into place for a little bit longer here. This OG is just not showing any mercy as Anna stuck in the wards. Is going to have to get helped out here by No Tail, but he's just going to town. Eventually, though. Eventually he dies. Look at his face. He's having a great time playing Dota. Here's Dominant, has that hold, but down he goes as well. They have slayed the humble god, with him being not so humble. And Focus.
They're just having fun here.
Focus trying to put some damage on, trying to get him out of his house. Spartan, oh, he is just... Yeah, that was a little close.
There you go, Spartan. Got your 80 gold there.
Focus just... Focus?
Yep.
A little cheeky.
He wants something. There's no PL. They need to get something. They won't have any hope in this game.
It's so hard though. Seb's so tanky. No Tail's got all the heal. Thompson can just go and heal him up as well. They have so much sustain coming out from the side of OG. They're not bouncing anything. Oh, that's not good over on the back lines too. Gonna be a teleport coming out from Saksa. Spartan, he's just too slow, and there's no escape for him. Down he goes. He's only dead for like 30-something seconds, though. He's gonna be back up in no time.
Go of your fountain. You know, that's...
Dire's bottom tower.
That's
is
some
under
mental
attack.
Yourself
warfare
back up, yeah.
right there.
That was pretty brutal. And, I mean, little things in this fight, so Sox is just doing God's work. Silences are so clutch every single time. Seb is far forward, but immediately covered. She healed the Lotus.
Yeah, No Tail's not worried at all, and in comes the humble god again. He's just gonna burn through all of Wish's mana. They're all forward. And they get the disarm off, and the Jacrapify will be able to go take down Seven. Which is next to fall. They do manage to get the Doom off, but it doesn't do a whole heck of a lot. There's so many ways to keep this little guy alive and kicking, although Focus is trying the best he can. All right, they do finally slay Thompson. But Humble God is deep in the base here. Buyback now coming out from Thompson. Spartan just gets chomped down again. It's another 30 seconds on the clock for this guy. Focus, Focus. He's trying to get himself back into this fountain. Will they go for a fountain time again? Yeah, I don't know why I even bothered asking that question. They're just going right after Focus. They get the stop off over onto the side coming out from both the Centaur and, of course, the Doom. Anna, he wants this kill, and it's going to be able to grab it. The buyback, though, immediately. They're really angry. They don't like this. They don't like the fact that this Phantom Lancer has been allowed to basically take a poop in their own fountain.
Pretty much. And look at Thompson. He's like, all right, you guys do that. Make the space. I'm taking buildings. You know, I'm not getting pumped up. Oh my God. OG. Really no mercy in this game. And just showing a real understanding of how much they just destroyed the draft. Really, right? Like, even this Alchemist, sure, he was still decently farmed, but the way that they just made it look
I love how the game's not even over yet, Bob. You're like, man, look at this beautiful draft, and look at the way, they do manage to kill No-Tail, so that is one of their saves down. Thompson does have to be a little bit careful here because they're hot on his heels, and he doesn't have a No-Tail to keep him alive. He's gonna try to go for the life drain again, but in comes Focus. This could be a dead Thompson again. In fact, yes, it is. They went just perhaps a little bit too far, but Ana over here chasing after this Oracle gets himself yet another kill, turns his attention now over to Stallman, and he's gonna try to get this kill on Focus. They're trying to give him a rampage. I'm pretty sure of it right now. As they just keep running and chasing. And they're going right back into the fountain yet again. They're trying to help him out at this point. As Wish again. Just...
Oh, that was loud.
Seb goes down for that. Oh, but she's still alive, my friend. He's gonna die fairly soon, I have a feeling, but you know, he made it out the first time. Now, all right, down goes Wish. Focus running back into the battle. Look at the tips coming out. The Humble God is back. Look at him. Show mercy.
On a PL, ladies and gentlemen. And he got buffed.
God bless.
The show.
God bless. Spartan's got himself a ghost scepter now. He wants nothing to do with this. Saksa. All right. He's finally gonna die. But how long was that fight? I'm pretty sure they started the fight, and then Ana actually just ran back down mid to be a part of it again.
Holy moly! All right, like this is just them fountain diving. Look at the wards. They have the fountain diving wards even set up just at the ready. Is there a Roche spawn? Like we need to get something in favor for Brame here, please. Roche. 20 seconds. They might be able to actually do this with this because they have Solar Crest. They've got Acid Spray. Might be able to get it in time before that PL is up, and they're gonna go out and get some bounty rooms. Double bounty rooms. OG hasn't been on the left side of the map in that long.
Yeah, that's because they set up camp in the Dyer's base. They've moved on. It was a new life over the mountains.
These double bounties that get left are that much more valuable with the Alchemist.
They are indeed.
Rush is up. All right.
Radiant.
This is a dead shaman. So he's buying a little bit more time here. They might be able to get the... Nope. Down he goes. They've got their eyes again over here onto Thompson. He's going to decrepify himself, trying to buy himself a little bit more time. The BKB over here onto Witch, but they'll be able to root into place. As now Thompson, the rest of the team coming in hot. No-Tail trying his best, wants to try to keep him alive if possible. But over on the back lines, No-Tail is going to go down. Wish next to fall. Thompson, oh, did they go a little bit too far here? Because focusing him dead, trying to life drain the best as it can, but Thompson does indeed go down. Seb chasing after Spartan here, and he's not going to be able to quite grab it. The Humble God himself, he's teleporting. He wants to be a part of this. He wants to get some of those kills. And there's no fountain for him to dive this time just yet, so perhaps he'll last a bit longer here, but that is 3 dead on the side of Brame. No buyback.
To hell with
And they go for the kill instead of just like 5 man setting up for that rush. You know, they did definitely have a chance to go in there with the PL dead, but they went for Thompson, and then the fight all kicks off. Chaos goes down. PL respawns now, and now they don't get anything really out of it. Wish and for a very long time. And a full butterfly now for the Humble God himself.
There is a rapier picked up, Bog. Did you see that?
Yeah, but it's not that good anymore versus evasion, unfortunately.
Focus would like to give Ana a rapier as an offering to the Humble God.
Yeah, it actually hurts quite a lot. Like if he had this, if this was last match, I'd be like, okay, I mean, there's a chance for this Alchemist now. I'd be okay for his deal, but the evasion, it's no true strike anymore.
There's a tier 2 up in bottom, and they just like breezed right past it, and they were like, oh, is anybody hanging around here? Anyone we can murder? Roche is up though, and this has the Ag Shard. So who would you put that on?
Dyer's bottom tower is under attack.
I want Sam to actually get it. I love the Centaur Shard, but I think they're probably just gonna give it to the Ember because the shields are just so impactful this game, and it lowers the options.
Depends on if they want to be safe or if they want to have some fun. The answer is always fun, personally.
costs too much.
It's better than my friends. They call him Kentar War Runner, so.
Centaur took the shard. All right, let's watch how much health he can get. As those who don't know, it refreshes. Every time you use it, it gives you 15% strength, and it slows your enemies by. So you actually get to a point where you're like at 10,000 HP beast if you do get the 5 stack. So pretty crazy.
That's horrifying sounding.
Yeah, pretty cool actually. I saw it a couple of times. Humblegod, the Aegis, and the keys. High ground.
Question is, does Humblegod want to actually finish the game, or does he want to keep farming up, you know, heroes?
He got the tower. Now it's time to go.
Now he's just chasing after Spartan. He's like, all right, there's not going to be any of these stays going on. Down you go. There's no buyback on him. Go for the stampede. He's running right into the fountain yet again. He wants dominant. He's got all the illusions. It's a good stun though here coming out for focus. You have to remember he does have a rapier, so that is going to be the Aegis going down. They've got ways to lock him down. They have to be quick about it. Nice silence though coming out from Sox. Buys a little bit more time. Ana gets dominant again. Should be able to go clean up Wish, and he's like, I see there's a rapier here. I would like that, but you know, we'll focus over here onto Wish. Does have to be careful. Nice stop coming out from the side. Then follow up with Foxa. Down goes dominant. They want this. They want to get as many kills as they can get here. Wish trying to run away. Can't run very far because it is, of course, his own fountain. But the creeps are just winning the game for them while all of this is going down. The GG gets called. Humblegod, have mercy as OG. They're looking up.